I just watched the Stories from the Outlands Promise video, which is the Horizon introduction lore cinematic. I will skip over my live reaction because if you're here, I would guess you have already seen the video. What is much more important is that the Season 7 page on the official Apex Legends website just went live, confirming that we will get a new map, which is Olympus, we will get a new legend, which is Horizon, and that vehicles are being added to Apex Legends. For now, it seems like they will only come to Olympus and will be able to carry the whole squad. They are also introducing clubs for Apex Legends, which is basically clans, or if you have played Titanfall 2, networks, which will mean we have in-game community clubs. I have to say, I'm more hyped for Season 7 than ever before. Holy hell. I will link the website in the description so you can take a look at it for yourself, but I basically showed you everything there is to see here in the video. I will now give you my detailed thoughts on the Stories from the Outlands video, and I think I have a bit of a unique perspective because I'm an artist myself. Have fun with that! Alright, so she starts telling us her story from space. That transition is just phenomenal.
Once upon a time.
So apparently she has a son. Her home planet, either planet or kingdom, whatever that means, is in trouble. But that's what I meant with how she's lurking in the background. How they framed her, how her body language looks like. They basically told you she's going to betray her throughout this entire video. And those are the floating pillars that have also appeared in the sky of Kings Canyon, the firing range, which would be the floating city Olympus. So I think it would be hella surprising if we didn't go to Olympus with Season 7. With everything they have been teasing. So is that a frame of her prioritizing work over family, or with the bag she's probably packing up and having made the decision that she's going to leave? It's very Interstellar in that regard. And that's what I'm additionally meant with how they portrayed her lurking in the background, the focus shift. All of that are sort of established cinematic storytelling tools to tell you something is up with her. Be suspicious of this person.
The hero must travel to faraway lands to find the crystals that would
I don't quite understand why she tells her own story from the third person.
save us all.
That's maybe also a storytelling tool, just maybe to cope with her situation, to not let it affect her personally. So she tells the story to the robot in the third person to keep it a bit distant, something like that. Then that is not the same spaceship we currently see in Kings Canyon on World's Edge. That was added as a new point of interest. So I'm very intrigued to see what's up with that. That's another thing. Again, she's in the background, she's in the foreground, she lurks over to her. Those are all deliberate decisions, which then leads up to the betrayal coming up. Oh, so... Okay, I was wondering why that scientist or that person would let her go before getting the crystals. But she sent the crystals over. Crystals received. Now that you have the crystals, she can let her go. Why ever she would do that? I think that's a thing we're going to explore even further in the future. Why is that betrayal happen? What does she gain from betraying her? Does it have to do something with her son? I don't know. Maybe there's subcontext in here that would tell us that, but I haven't picked up on that right now. But is she then just floating around the black hole? How has she been floating for 250 days? You would imagine the gravity pulling her into the black hole sooner or later. That's also great. Just visual storytelling. I like how her facial expression goes from like realizing that the time counter in her spaceship is actually reality to then a bit hopeful. Like she knew what she was coming back to. She knew it would be empty. She knew her son wouldn't be there anymore. If it's her son and not her brother or something, but I'm definitely thinking it's her son. There's a lot of facial expression going from hopeful, then the reality of it actually being true settling in. All of that, what I mentioned about her trying to distance herself from the actual reality, why she told the story in the third person. All of that seems to be going on in her facial expression here. Holy hell. And then that's another thing I noticed. The shift here when it transitions over to whatever that is. But I would guess that also has to do something with the crystals and that fat cable leading up to it. That other scientist that betrayed her probably solved the energy crisis. But it has to do something with gravity as you see those distortions as you lead up to it.
Don't worry, my boy. I'll keep that promise yet. It's just a matter of time.
But then apparently she has a plan to time travel back in time to meet her son again.
I'll keep that promise yet. It's just a matter of time.
Overall, holy hell, what a great cinematic. Just that they allow themselves to experiment with styles over and over is so great. And mix 2D animation, like that's a 2D frame, that's a 2D still that just was puppeted.
Be back, and we'll be together soon.
Same with all that kind of animation. Yeah, that's puppet tooling. And then mix that with stylized 3D animation. Great damn job, Respawn. Or whoever made that cinematic. It's not always Respawn that made their cinematics. A lot of them have been done by The Mill, for example, which is a visual effects creative consultant company, however you want to call it. So yeah, great job. I hope you enjoyed my perspective and thoughts on this. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!